Chelsea, Lukaku, Manchester City, Grealish, Ronaldo to Manchester United. Liverpool have stood still. Yes, they've got Van Dijk back, which will help them concede less goals. But you look at the front line of Liverpool against Chelsea, they were crying out for some help, a sort of plan B, someone to get onto a Trent Arnold-Cross, the best deliverer in the league, and they didn't have anyone. I've seen Klopp look at the bench. He's seen Chamberlain, he's seen Keita, he's seen Minamino, and he brings on Tomiskas for Robertson because he doesn't trust them. So you look at Salah and Mane, they're going to be going to the African Nations Cup in January till February. I just think Liverpool are going to be really light in that front line. Wijnaldum, they've not replaced. Harvey Elliott is a great player, but he's not Wijnaldum. The energy Wijnaldum brings, the goals and the assists as well. So I just think Liverpool, for me, as the guy that come on and he gave us the odds, he put Liverpool. Yeah, he put Liverpool as fourth, didn't he? With the odds, with the bookies. So I think Liverpool will finish fourth, and they've got no chance of winning the league for me.
Ali, what do you think?
I'm listening to Gabby there, and it's very difficult to disagree with anything at all that he said. I thought correctly, in my opinion, that Liverpool clearly would be a lot stronger this year. It'd be like signing a couple of new players. Jota was out for a while as well last year, obviously Van Dijk, Gomez. But you got to take into account, I really do think they'll miss Wijnaldum in the middle of the park. I think he's a massive player for them. I thought he was one of the stars of the Euros, but I thought he had a terrific Euros. And he will be very, very difficult to replace. And I look at them, and Gab's spot on. The African Nations Cup effectively could have the biggest bearing in Liverpool's challenge than anything else this season.
Yeah.
Also, I understand, because I remember we were speaking about it before, saying, look, you get your players back and it feels like refreshed signings anywhere, new signings and all that sort of stuff. It does to a certain degree, but not when the teams around you are now strengthening as much 100%. As they are.
I think you can't afford to stand still.
I think as well, Ali, look at, we talk about Van Dijk. Yeah, for me, he's the best defender in the Premier League, but Chelsea's defence is rock solid. Christensen, Rudiger, they're rock solid. Manchester United will be rock solid now with Varane in there, Maguire. Manchester City wants to get Stones back in there, Laporte, Diaz, they're strong as well. So you can't just be like, okay, Liverpool have got Van Dijk now back, they're going to go and win the league. They've stood still. Other teams, look at the options Manchester City have got off the bench without even Kevin De Bruyne and Foden back yet, and they're bringing on Mahrez and Sterling. Yep. Liverpool are looking at the bench and they're like, oh, it's Keita, Chamberlain and Minamino. Okay, I'll bring on a left back. So I think Klopp, if he was being honest, would say he definitely would have wanted more firepower up there. They're crying out for a striker, Ali.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Laura Woods, Monday to Wednesday mornings 6 till 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.